Welcome to Chasing Curiosity TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The year is 2025. The world is buzzing with anticipation and anxiety, as every headline seems to announce a new technological breakthrough or a fresh disruption to the old order. Artificial intelligence is rewriting entire industries overnight. Automation is displacing millions of workers, leaving families and communities uncertain about their future. Meanwhile, global powers are locked in a relentless technological arms race, each striving to outpace the other in innovation and dominance. But in the midst of this digital revolution, they missed something crucial: the human element. The spark of creativity, empathy, and resilience that no machine can replicate. The warning didn't come from governments or analysts, but from Elon Musk, the man with his eyes on the stars and his feet firmly planted in the future. Musk, known for his audacious predictions and bold ventures, saw what others failed to notice. Musk looked past the code, past the algorithms, and saw a nation of untapped potential, the Philippines. While others focused on established tech hubs, he saw opportunity where few were looking. Tonight we reveal the story of that warning. A story not told in headlines, but in actions and quiet decisions that would change the course of nations. It wasn't a speech or a headline, it was a series of moves, strategic investments, key hires, and subtle but powerful signals sent to those paying attention. While the West obsessed over replacing workers with AI, Musk was quietly cultivating human talent, nurturing the next generation of innovators and problem solvers. He understood that true innovation comes from human ingenuity, from the ability to dream, adapt, and collaborate, not just from lines of code or machine learning models. He found that ingenuity in abundance not in Silicon Valley but in Southeast Asia. In the Philippines, he discovered a workforce eager to learn, adapt, and lead. The headlines now scream Manila Miracle, the Philippine Phoenix. Stories of unexpected breakthroughs and rapid transformation dominate the news cycle. Western leaders scramble, blindsided by a nation they underestimated for decades. Boardrooms are in crisis and politicians demand answers. How did the Philippines, long seen as a service economy, suddenly lead in deep tech and sustainable energy? How did it leapfrog into the future while others hesitated? The answer was always there, in the confidence of Filipino engineers, the tireless work ethic of its people, and Musk's vision to empower them. It was a combination of local talent and global ambition. He didn't shout his warning. He acted, letting his decisions speak louder than any words could. He hired Filipino talent for SpaceX and Tesla's most critical projects, placing them at the heart of innovation and giving them a platform to shine. He prioritized Starlink's rollout across the archipelago, connecting remote villages and bustling cities alike, bridging the digital divide and unlocking new possibilities. He invested in local startups others ignored, fueling a new wave of entrepreneurship and technological advancement in the region. Each move was a signal. The next economic powerhouse wouldn't be built on AI alone. It would be built on the dreams, skills, and determination of people who had long been overlooked. It would be built by the people the world overlooked, those who turned adversity into opportunity and dared to imagine a different future. The West was fixated on automation's storm, watching as jobs vanished and uncertainty grew. They never saw the typhoon of talent gathering in the Pacific. They ignored the warning signs, dismissing the potential that was quietly building strength. Now they're paying the price. Boardrooms are in turmoil, and economies are forced to adapt to a new reality shaped by those they once underestimated. The future belongs to those who see beyond the code, who recognize the power of human potential, and who dare to invest in the people who will shape tomorrow's world. For decades, the Philippines was boxed in by the world's imagination, a land of beauty and hospitality, but not innovation. The world saw Filipinos as reliable workers, not tech pioneers. This was a costly miscalculation. Beneath the surface was a reservoir of untapped talent, highly literate, adaptable, and resilient. While neighbors became Asian tigers, the Philippines lagged, held back by political turmoil and risk-averse investors. Many of its brightest left for opportunities abroad. But the potential never vanished, it simply waited. Filipinos excelled in business process outsourcing, mastering complex systems and proving they could compete globally. The world saw a ceiling, Musk saw a launching pad. The Filipino people were always ready, learning, adapting, and honing their skills in the background. All they needed was a chance. That chance was coming. Elon Musk built his empire by tackling problems that most people considered impossible, colonizing Mars, revolutionizing sustainable energy, and even bridging the gap between humans and machines with brain-computer interfaces. His vision was never limited by what others thought was achievable. But to turn these wild ambitions into reality, Musk needed more than just brilliant engineers. He needed relentless problem solvers, people who could think outside the box, adapt quickly, and never give up, no matter how tough the challenge. While other tech giants focused their recruitment on elite institutions like MIT and Stanford, Musk looked further, to the Philippines, a place often overlooked in the global tech race. Soon, Filipino names began appearing on Tesla patents and SpaceX mission briefs, not just in support roles but right at the core of innovation, shaping the future of technology. Musk saw what others missed. Filipino professionals who combined deep technical skill with creative grit, honed by years of making do with less and finding ingenious solutions in resource-limited environments. He wasn't just hiring employees, he was recruiting true partners in innovation, collaborators who would challenge and inspire his teams to reach new heights. To build a lasting pipeline of talent, Musk funded scholarships, sponsored robotics competitions, and forged connections with top Philippine universities, ensuring a steady flow of fresh ideas and passionate minds. He invested in the entire ecosystem, nurturing grassroots innovation and supporting local tech communities, not just cherry-picking from the elite. It was a long-term bet on people, not just technology, a belief that human ingenuity, when given the right opportunities, could change the world. While others saw the Philippines as just another labor market, Musk saw an intellectual goldmine, a source of untapped creativity and drive. Quietly, he enriched the entire ecosystem, helping to build a culture of innovation that would ripple far beyond his own companies. The world didn't even realize he was making this bet, working behind the scenes to empower a new generation of innovators. Filipino ingenuity soon became Musk's secret weapon, driving breakthroughs and solving problems that stumped even the best minds elsewhere. The results would soon speak for themselves, as Filipino engineers took center stage at major product launches and their innovations made headlines. The world was about to take notice, witnessing the rise of a new force in global technology, powered by the creativity and determination of the Filipino people. The Philippines, a nation of over 7,600 islands, was once divided not just by water, but by connectivity. For decades, the vast distances between islands made it difficult for people to communicate, share ideas, and access the same opportunities. In the cities, internet access was decent, cafes buzzed with activity and businesses thrived online. But in rural areas, many communities struggled with slow connections or none at all, leaving millions disconnected from the digital world. Talent was everywhere, in every corner of the country, but opportunity was limited by geography. Students, entrepreneurs, and professionals in remote areas faced barriers that seemed impossible to cross. Then came Starlink. Elon Musk made the Philippines one of the first countries in Southeast Asia to access satellite internet, not just for business, but to unlock the full potential of Filipino talent, wherever it was found. Starlink wasn't just about faster streaming or better video calls, it was a digital superhighway, connecting every island, every home, and every mind, no matter how remote. The impact was immediate and profound. Students in distant provinces could now access world-class education, and developers began collaborating with teams across the globe, breaking down barriers that had existed for generations. Even farmers in the countryside started optimizing their crops with real-time satellite data, using technology to increase yields and improve their livelihoods. The digital divide that once separated the nation began to vanish. Starlink became the great equalizer, connecting millions to the global economy and giving every Filipino a chance to participate, innovate, and succeed on the world stage. Musk didn't wait for governments or red tape. He beamed opportunity directly from the sky, reaching places that had been left behind for too long. The Philippines transformed into a fully integrated digital powerhouse where ideas and innovation flowed freely from every island. The floodgates of innovation opened wide, unleashing a new era of creativity, invention, and collaboration across the nation. The nation was no longer just a collection of islands, it became a united force, bound together by digital threads and shared ambition. The world was about to witness what Filipinos could truly achieve when given the tools and the chance to shine. The future was now within reach, and for the first time, every Filipino could be part of it. To understand the Philippines' rise, you must know its struggle. Once a regional leader, the nation was derailed by political instability and corruption. While neighbors surged ahead, the Philippines was labeled the sick man of Asia. Yet the Filipino spirit never broke. Through crises and disasters, resilience became the national character. Adversity forged resourcefulness and creativity. When systems failed, Filipinos built their own. This crucible of hardship created natural problem solvers. The hunger for redemption and pride fueled a powerful drive. Filipinos weren't just seeking jobs, they wanted to prove themselves to a world that had written them off. All they needed was a spark. That spark was coming. The spark came with the rise of the BPO industry. Global companies set up call centers, drawn by English proficiency and cultural affinity. Dismissed as low-skill work, BPO became a real-world tech academy for millions. The industry evolved. Filipinos mastered complex tasks, from software to finance. BPO became the backbone of the economy, creating a new middle class and infusing global standards. As the sector matured, Filipinos asked, why not build for ourselves? An entrepreneurial spirit took root. The BPO boom created a pool of tech-savvy professionals ready to become founders and innovators. The government invested in reforms and education. The Philippines was no longer just a service provider, it was transforming into a creator. The foundation was set. The next wave was about to begin. The foundation was laid. Connectivity was established. What followed was a technological tsunami. Startups proliferated, tackling global problems with original solutions. Filipino engineers led breakthroughs in AI for Southeast Asian languages, and developed agricultural drones exported worldwide. The narrative flipped. The Philippines was now creating technology the West needed. The space industry blossomed. Filipino companies launched microsatellites, connecting even the remotest regions. Children of farmers and fishermen were putting objects into orbit. A unique Filipino tech ethos emerged. Technical skill fused with social purpose. Innovators built solutions for real-world problems: traffic, disaster resilience, financial inclusion. Purpose-driven innovation proved powerful and marketable. The world took notice. Venture capital poured in, eager to back the next big breakthrough. The Philippines was now a global tech hub. The world is now awake. Musk's quiet signals have become a deafening roar. Filipino-led breakthroughs in AI, robotics, and aerospace can't be ignored. Western tech giants scramble to catch up, opening R&D centers and trying to acquire Filipino startups. They offer high salaries, but the best talent is driven by a mission, not just money. Musk's foresight gave him a head start. He invested trust, built partnerships, and nurtured talent from the ground up. Filipino engineers developed loyalty and a shared vision with Musk. While others build bridges, Musk built a highway. He's seen as a visionary partner, not a foreign exploiter. The power dynamic has shifted. Filipino tech leaders now set the agenda. The scramble for Manila signals a new center of innovation. The old powers are now suitors, not patrons. The question, is it too little, too late? The world is watching. August 16th, 2025. The message is clear. The Philippines has arrived. The nation once overlooked now leads in fields once thought out of reach. This is not a blip. It's a fundamental shift in global innovation. The West faces a choice: adapt or be left behind. Musk's warning was never about threat, but opportunity. He proved that investing in people is the most powerful investment of all. The Philippines' greatest resource was never under the ground, but in its people. The nation's trajectory is set, confident, unstoppable. The real question is for the rest of the world. As new powerhouses rise, who will have the vision to keep up? The West was warned. It ignored the signs. Now it must choose, learn and compete, or watch as the future is built by those it underestimated. The era of distributed innovation has begun.